Okay, this worksheet should have already been done and you should just be using this to check your work. So I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because you should already have these answers that you're just using to check. So the volume of a cone is going to be radius, which will be half of this 15. So half of 15 is 7.5. So you should have done 7.5 squared times pi times the height, which was 16, and then divide by 3. So let me just put all that in my calculator and you can check your work too. You can always pause the video if you already set it up wrong and you want to fix it and then check your work with me. So 7.5 squared times, I'm going to use the pi button, times the height, which was 16, equals, divided by 3, equals 942. Let's round to the tenths because that's what we've been doing. So that 4 is going to get bumped up to a 5 since the next number is 7. So 942.5. So you should have got 942.5 cubic centimeters. All right, number 2 is on its side, but it shouldn't matter. You're still using the radius, which is 2. So we're going to do 2 squared times pi times the height, which is 3, and then we're going to divide by 3. So 2 squared times pi button times 3 equals, divided by 3 equals. That's going to be 12.5, but the 6 bumps the 5 up to a 6. So 12.6 is what you should have gotten on your volume of this cone, cubic feet. Okay, the third problem says a cone-shaped building is commonly used to store sand. So here's your building. It's storing sand. Actually, this might be upside down. I'm not sure. But what would be the volume of the building with a diameter of 50? Okay, that's the whole thing. The diameter is the whole thing. So I would need to already cut that in half and say 25. We only need the radius. So I'm going to say 25 squared. It says use 3.14 for pi, so times 3.14 times the height. It says it has a height of 20 meters. So times 20, and the whole thing is divided by 3. So you're just going to put that in your calculator. This is going to be big because 25 squared is already big. Times 3.14 times 20 equals, divided by 3 equals 100, sorry, just kidding, 13,083, and we're going to round the 3 to just 0.3 because the next number does not bump it up. So 13,083.3, this is cubic meters. All right, and then the last one says a snack bar sells popcorn in cone-shaped containers. So here's your little cone-shaped container that you're going to keep your popcorn in. One container has a diameter of 8 and a height of 10. How many cubic inches of popcorn can it hold? Okay, since the diameter is 8, I need you to know that we only want the radius of 4. We got to half that 8 to 4 because all we use for cone's formula is radius. So we're going to do 4 squared times, it didn't say 3.14, so I'm going to use my pi button, times the height, which is 10, and then we're going to divide the whole thing by 3. So 4 squared times pi times the height, which was 10, equals, divided by 3 equals 167.5. This 5 or above does bump it up to a 6. So 167.6, and that would be cubic inches of popcorn.